Hello, this is Mike Taylor from Pinpoint Dental Equipment Service in Evans, Colorado. And today I'd like to give you a little demonstration on the operation of the air drive high-speed handpiece. And what I'm going to do is show you the inner workings of the turbine. What I have here is a Cavo Super Torque 642B, Lux 2 642B with the fiber optic light, and of course normally what you know is just taking the handpiece, connecting it onto a coupler, and you have the normal sound and operation and the LED light. And this particular handpiece, this is the larger head air drive high speed. The turbine normally operates at around 310 to about 350, 340,000 RPM is usually what I measure the speed at. It's a little slower than the smaller head high-speed handpiece, of course, to give you a lot of torque versus higher speed like the smaller 643 Cavo 4500 BR star handpieces, that kind of thing. Anyway, to give you a little idea of how the turbine works in the high-speed handpiece, I'll just remove this cap, take out the turbine, and what we have inside the handpiece head, I'll shine a little light here, and I don't know how well this is going to focus, but if you take a look inside the head, you have two air ports. On the left side is the intake. That's the smaller opening, and that's what forces the air to drive the turbine impeller. And then of course on the right side you have the exhaust air, so the air can freely travel from the intake through the exhaust and continue to spin that turbine. And the turbine itself, the air is driving the impeller. You'll notice the indentations on the impeller and two ball bearings, back ball bearing and the front ball bearing here, and then the spindle which holds the burr in place. Actually, what you're doing when you put the turbine into the handpiece and when you press the button to release the burr, it's hard to see here, but the spindle has a little button, what's called an actuator, and when that's pressed in, it'll release a chuck which is inside the, I'll press down on that, I can pull the burr out, but there's a small spring, or they're manufactured in various ways, but some I believe have a kind of a finger, a steel prong, if you will, that opens, contracts, and expands to allow that burr to go in and out. So anyway, putting the burr back into this turbine, I'll give you a little demonstration. I can actually run this outside of the handpiece. Inside the cap and inside the head of the handpiece there are two rubber O-rings that keep the turbine held in place, somewhat like a shock absorber, and to prevent vibration in operation. So I'll press the turbine into the cap, and that's what I do during installation. I'll first press the turbine into the cap and then insert it into the head like this, and those rubber O-rings stabilize that. I have an air syringe here, and I can show you the operation of this turbine. Okay, so I'm actually spinning that, emulating the air intake. And anyway, that's how that works, and that's what gives you your torque and speed. And hopefully you enjoyed this little video here. This is Mike Taylor with Pinpoint Dental Equipment Service. Have a good day.